In this lecture, we're going to add access modifiers to our code for accessibility. As it stands, Unity will not be able to access our class, properties, or methods. If we attempt to add our class to Unity, we may receive errors. Let's resolve these issues. First things first, what are access modifiers? For simplicity's sake, I will provide a simplified definition. Access modifiers can be a complicated topic to deal with. An access modifier changes the accessibility of a class, property, or method. Let's look at an analogy. Buildings can have dozens of doors. Some doors can have locks. Other doors don't have locks. Doors without locks are accessible to everyone. Anyone can open or close the door. They don't need a key or permission to enter a specific area in a building. On the other hand, if a door has a lock, a key is required to access a room. There are more restrictions in place to access different areas of a building. This idea of applying restrictions to rooms in a building can be applied to classes. Unity is a program outside of our class. If we give our class to Unity, Unity will attempt to access the data from within our class. By default, our data is privatized. Therefore, Unity will encounter issues with our class. To resolve this issue, we must update the accessibility of our class with an access modifier. Let's give that a try. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide a link to a complete list of access modifiers. There are 6 modifiers available. However, we're not going to need all 6. The most commonly used modifiers are public and private. We can safely ignore the other modifiers. These modifiers are available for advanced use cases. I recommend checking out this page after finishing this lecture. It'll provide more detailed information. Let's head back to the editor. Access modifiers can be applied to classes, properties, and methods. First, let's apply a modifier to our class. Add the public keyword to the class. The public keyword allows a class to be accessed from anywhere. Generally speaking, you should always add the public keyword to your classes. Otherwise, Unity may have a difficult time trying to create an instance. The public keyword should always appear before the class keyword. The order of keywords does matter. This applies to all access modifiers. Next, let's apply access modifiers to our variables. Let's add the public keyword to the age variable. The access modifier must always appear before the data type. Let's try using a different modifier. This time, add the private keyword to the price variable. Unlike the public keyword, the private keyword will prevent access to a variable from outside the class. We can freely access the variable from within our class. However, if we had another class attempt to access the price, an error would be produced. The program would reject the attempt to access the price. As a mini exercise, try making the name privately accessible. As for the Boolean, make it publicly accessible. Pause the video and give it a try. Good luck! Welcome back. Were you able to add the keywords? If not, that's fine. Let's try it together. For the name, add the private keyword. Lastly, for the Boolean, set the modifier to public. It's as simple as that. We're almost finished. The last step is to update the constructor method to be publicly accessible. If it isn't, Unity may have difficulty running the method. Let's add the public keyword. Perfect. We've updated the accessibility of our code. Unity shouldn't have a problem accessing our class or its data. In the next lecture, let's keep working on the class to be loaded from Unity.